Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Cinnamon Stitches. I am your yarn host Jennifer. I got my planner open today. My brand new 2024 calendar. I can't believe it's 2024 already. And the reason I got my calendar open is because I'm still in the process of preloading videos because I'm taking some much needed time off with my family. So all the ones you have seen up until January 3rd were recorded before Christmas, and the ones from January 4th till I'm not sure what day will be recorded after Christmas. So my Christmas tree is still up because it's not quite January 1st in my world yet. Because I really needed some time off. So I've taken the past several days off and just rested and spent time with family and enjoyed Christmas. And now it's after Christmas and we're preparing for other things, other events in our life. New Year's is coming up. Mr. Cinnamon's 44th birthday is coming up. You know, some other stuff is happening. So if you guys have been around for any amount of time, you know that we tend to go places in January. And if you know me, you know where we're going. So, yeah, that's what's happening in our world. This video is actually, this is a Monday Makes video. So I think this one's not going up until January the 9th. So yeah, it's a couple weeks away. It's about 2 weeks away. But I have made a lot. So the last Monday Makes video you saw was what I made up until that Monday. And these dogs will not stop coming in this door because me and Lucas are the only ones that's home and they just have to be my mommy. Oreo's back there behind the bag. I don't know if you can see her little black and white head right there. So I have made quite a few things this week because I'm not recording. I'm just hanging out with my family, and I've been crocheting and watching Christmas movies, and I've been crocheting and watching murder documentaries, and I've been crocheting and hanging out with the kids, and I've just been doing a lot of crocheting. I don't think I've done any knitting. I have done a little bit of knitting. I did a little bit of knitting. So, like I said, I've made quite a few things. I'm going to pull those out while we're talking and pull my hook out of my bag because I don't need this anymore. In a recent video, I have shared with you guys that I am trying to more frequently work in my bougie yarns, if you will, my expensive yarns. I've been trying to do more of that. I'm trying to make sure that I have everything because I have been just a crochet machine lately. And I'm sure there's something I'm missing, but like I've been making a lot of things and I'm looking around. I know there's stuff missing, but we're just going to go with it and we're just going to, we're going to try to get through it. My brain is currently scrambled. I told Mr. Cinnamon the other night, when I'm not working, it's like everybody in the world. When you're off and you're on vacation and you're taking time away, it is darn near impossible to go back to work. You don't want to. You just want to be off and you just want to not have to be in work mode and you want to just chill out. And like life would be so much easier if we just didn't have to do all of the things that we have to do on a daily basis. And that's where my mind is right now, is like I'm still kind of in vacation mode and I just want to go sit on the couch and crochet. I'm going to go sit on the couch and play with yarn and crochet hooks and all of that stuff. So what have I made? I showed you guys a couple weeks ago that I bought this King Cole. I bought this right before Christmas. It's the King Cole Fjord yarn DK. And it is a Nordic style yarn. It is Fair Isle. It is really pretty and soft. And I bought a bunch of these because I really love Christmas yarn. I have like so much Christmas yarn back here. I have replaced every bit of Christmas yarn that I have used up this season so that next year I have lots of Christmas yarn to choose from for my Christmas projects. But I could not wait when I got this yarn. I could not wait to dig into it. So this is the color Festive. And it does come in non-Christmas color. So I knit a hat with this yarn. And I love the way this turned out. So, isn't that cool? It almost looks like it's like some sort of snowflake or something on the top. Is that not cute? I don't know. I love this yarn. I love this yarn. I love Fair Isle yarn. It looks like you put so much work into designing like this cool effect. And let me take my little headband off. I know it's past Christmas, but like, I mean, my family's Mexican, so I could pull off these colors, right? And last time I suggested using this for Cinco de Mayo, I had a couple people so offended that I didn't mention it to Italy. Or not Italy. Was it Italy? Yeah, Italy. The Italian flag is red, white, and green too. Yes, but I think of Mexico because my children and my husband are Mexican. So like, don't be offended by that. The first thing that comes to my head is Mexico. I mean, we celebrate Mexican holidays and Mexican traditions in my family. We do. Most Christmases, we have tamales for Christmas, and I make them, and I make them really good. And I got just a little bit offended. A little tiny bit offended. Someone said, for a white girl, you, what did she say? For a white girl, you know how to pronounce the Mexican words good? I'm like, well, I should. Like, half my kid's family is Mexican. Like, come on, guys. I was a little bit offended by that. Yes, granted, I'm a white girl, but I can cook Mexican like better than some of my Mexican family members, okay? It's in my blood. I was told by my father-in-law, who is, he's from Mexico. He told me that I was clearly Mexican in a past life because I do all the things that a Mexican woman does. I said, yep, I was. Definitely was. So anyway, I had fun working with this yarn. I think this hat is so pretty, so gorgeous. Now we're going to move on to the Bougie Fancy yarns because I got this in a mystery bag from Michigan Fine Yarns that Nancy from She's Got Yarn 2 bought for me. She bought me, I think, 3 mystery bags from Michigan Fine Yarns. I think it was a birthday present. I can't really recall at this moment, but like I was so excited that when I got those presents. And in it was this yarn right here. Now, this yarn is clearly brown and black. I don't like brown and black. I don't work with brown and black. I hate the color brown. I just hate working with the color brown, and I don't know why. I don't know why I'm so adverse. I just don't like dark colors, and I think it leads to my mental health because I have a hard time with dark days. Like in the winter time, like in Michigan specifically, it'd be like dark for 4 months. If I tried to live in Alaska or Canada, it would probably kill me because Michigan almost did. I can't deal with long winters. I can't deal with dark days. We had a hurricane the first year we moved here to Virginia, and it was dark for 10 days straight, raining, and it affects everything in my body, like my mood, it really affects me harshly. I have seasonal affect disorder. So I need sunshine, I need light, which is why like this room got painted to a much brighter color because I couldn't stand being in here with a dark color. So I think that's why I stay away from dark colors, because I just don't like, I need bright, I need light, I need sunshiny, I need like, I need it. My soul needs it. And so like I stay away from browns and blacks, but what saved this yarn is it's really, really sparkly and it's got a lot of gold in it, which is not coming up on the camera for some reason. It's super sparkly. So there was, I don't remember if there's 2 or 3 balls in here. I want to say 3. And I think I used them all up. I want to say there was 3. But I made a beautiful scarf / wrap thing because I'm like, this would be perfect for New Year's. Not that I go anywhere for New Year's because I don't drink, I don't party, we stay at home and we celebrate watching TV. Okay? But I designed this. This is not going to be a pattern or a tutorial because I didn't write any notes down or anything like that. And I'm not going to redesign it for the purpose of, and I know you guys get upset with me when I do this. Sometimes I just need to knit and crochet for myself, for my sanity, for my peace of mind. And that's what this was. I wanted to use it, and I knew that I wanted it to be a lacy fancy stitch because there's not a whole lot. Like each one of these, oh, by the way, this is Adriaphil Stiletto. Made in Italy. Speaking of Italy, it's 50% viscose, 23% wool, 23% nylon, 4% polyester. It is Aran weight. Where's the yardage? Why am I not? It's 105 meters. So that equals somewhere around 100 yards. It's not quite 100, but it's somewhere around there. Plus or minus, I have no idea. I think I used 3 of these. But I only have 2 labels. And I did like a pineapple, and it's really hard to tell because... I need something white to go behind it. Let's try this. I don't think that's going to work, but... Oh, come on. Come on! So there's a pineapple here. And I know you guys can't really see. It's so frustrating to me. No way. Let me hold my planner up and see if my planner helps. Ooh. Right, there you go. See the pineapple? Okay, see the pineapple? Pineapple. Pineapple apple pen. Alright, so it could be used as a scarf, right? But for someone with a much smaller body than me, it could also be a wrap, and that was my design. That's what I was thinking of when I was designing it, is for it to just go over your shoulders like that with a cute little black dress or something. I mean, it's not going to do a lot to keep you warm, but it's fancy and it's pretty. Although there is wool in here, so it should be warm. I really, really wish you guys could see how pretty this is. And the amount of sparkle is not at all showing up on the camera. Let's see if we ball it up, if that will help. It's super, super gold sparkly. So I made that. That took me all of a day. But love that. I really enjoyed working with that yarn. And I think this yarn, I looked it up. I wanted some more of this so bad. You ever just work with a yarn and you're like, oh my god, that yarn is fabulous. I want all of the yarn, right? So they have this same yarn in like red with glitter. And then they have it in like a royal blue with glitter. And I was like, I would take either one of those in a second. And I think they range between, I want to say $6.99 and $8.99 a ball, which is not bad. And I found them on, I think Lovecrafts, and Michigan Fine Yarns still has some, but Michigan Fine Yarns did not have the red, and that's what I really wanted, was the red, because like red. Valentine's Day's coming up. Can make myself something glittery for Valentine's Day. And every time I've tried that, I've never wore what I made myself for Valentine's Day, so like, that's a big colossal waste of time. Yeah, I got fiber on my face. Alright, so the next hat I made, this is actually going to be a tutorial. You may have seen it, you may not have seen it already. This is going to be a tutorial. This was me playing with yarn. This is the sweet, what is the name of that yarn? It's right behind you. It's the sweet roll cakes, the neon ones. Let me look it up. I mean, I could easily grab it. It's directly behind you, but then I would have to stick my face right in the camera, and it's just easier to look it up on my phone. Neon cake yarn. Let's see. Vivid. Sweet Roll Vivid. This is the color. I believe this one is Neon Signs. And it's got this cute little, like, flowery effect on the top. And then it's got this real pretty, like... I just really, really like this hat. And this is for the dark days when my mood is not having it. And let me turn my light down a little bit because give you a little better idea of the colors, because it's blowing out a lot. It's blowing out a lot. Like, it is really, really beautiful colors. So the Neon Signs has more than one shade of pink. Let's see if we can get it to actually, because it's blowing out so much. So it goes from, this is actually, see, this is a little bit darker than this. It's different shades of pink. And then it transfers into like the orange, and it blends really nice. Like, there's not a harsh, there is a break, in the color, but it's not like a harsh break. It kind of starts to fade and then changes color, and then it goes into the orange. And see how the orange goes from this color orange to this color orange, so it kind of fades itself to the next color. Orange, yellow, green, back to orange, back to pink. Actually, there's yellow, so it goes pink, orange, yellow, green, yellow, orange, pink. So it's like a mirrored color. So this is going to be a tutorial here on the channel because I had fun making this. It worked up in like no time flat. And I think we all need some brightness in our life for this coming year. And I for sure definitely need some neon. So moving on, Mr. Cinnamon for Christmas bought me some yarn from Hobbii. Totally not any yarns that I would have picked for myself. I'm going to say that. He doesn't always get it right. He doesn't. Sometimes he's just like, oh, that's pretty and it's cheap, so I'm going to buy it. And then I'm like, ugh. I'm not being ungrateful. I totally appreciate that he buys me yarn. And I actually liked one of these yarns way more than the other ones. But he did buy me some yarns that I donated because I didn't like them. And so I hurried up and worked them up, because you guys know how that is. When you have a yarn that is in your stash, you're like, okay, it was a gift. It was really thoughtful. I appreciate it, but like, let's get rid of it. That's kind of my mentality. And I hope he doesn't watch this, because he's going to get hurt feelings. And he got me some other yarn that was fantastic, amazing from an LYS. He went to 2 different LYS shops and got me specialty yarns. One yarn he went to, I've never even heard of it. It's called UEWE. And he went there by himself and picked me out some gorgeous yarns. And so he did really, really good. But the Hobbii was, I'm not a big fan of Hobbii anyway. It's kind of a mix of, he did really good in the fact that he got me some more of the Christmas cakes, because I used up my only 2 Christmas cakes on Little Man's sweater, which is still on my desk. So I am out of, now this is not the same colorway as this one, but like this is close enough, so it makes me happy. And I'm going to have to change batteries because this battery was not full when I started the video. And this is a common on the channel. Some of my older batteries, they die quicker than the newer batteries, and they're all mixed together, although these are the newer batteries. But it's a constant thing with the batteries, especially if I talk for longer than a certain amount of time. One battery lasts me about an hour-long video, so it's a matter of remembering to change the battery. So I'll be right back. I'm going to change the battery. So as I was saying, some of the yarns from Hobbii I like are okay. I am not a fan of yarn that comes in this shape because several reasons. Usually when it's in these little balls or these donuts or whatever you want to call them, they are hard to store. And as you can tell, their storage is an issue in my room because I love yarn so much and I have too much of it. So he bought me some of these, which storage is an issue, so this is why we worked them up quickly. Also, they're usually small yardage, and I also don't like all one color yarn. I like variegated, I like stripey. So some of the yarns I like more than others, but he also bought me some of the Manarola, which is basically Unforgettable from Red Heart. But he bought me rainbow colors, which makes my heart happy. So, you know, it was hit or miss. Definitely hit or miss. So I'm going to show you some of the yarns I used. Alright, I'm keeping all my labels so I can remember what's what, who's who, and where's where. Okay? So, the first project I worked up, actually it's a set, is the Panettone yarn. Panettone. And this is 87% cotton, 7% polyamide, 6% metallic fibers. It's a number 3. And it is a 50-gram ball. It's 131 yards, so it doesn't go very far. And he got me 2 of them. And he kind of went with pinks for the ball yarns. So I made a headband. Now this yarn is like cotton mixed with glitter. And he got me 2 of the same colorway, but the colorways were different. Even though it was the same lot number, it was really strange. Okay, so this is a headband. And see, this gold part is like super, super, super glittery. I just did a very simple headband, okay? You wear it how you want. It's yours, right? So, and then I made a cowl to go with it. And this cowl is kind of a split shell. It's split shells with, I think I did double crochets. Very simple. And then I did a border of half doubles and then singles. So the first ball here, and I don't know how well this is going to actually show up on my camera, but we're going to try. So the first section here, this is the first ball I used. There's orange mixed with like a tan. And then the pink, very, very pale pink, is mixed with the gold glitter. But then when I moved on to the second ball, which you can see right here is where I switched balls. See the difference between here and here? This is pink with gold, that's tan with gold. Now the pink is with the orange and the tan is with the gold. Whereas before the pink was with the gold and the tan was with the orange. See, do you see the difference? Like you can tell it's the same colorway and the same lot number. So that drove me crazy. So I ended it because I only did, you can see the difference between the gold here and the gold here. I only did this much because it was driving me crazy that it didn't match. So that's going to be at the back of my neck. And then the headband has the gold with the tan because it was the part of the second ball. It's pretty. I enjoyed working this up. I think it worked up really nice. It was rough on my hands because it's not soft. It's like the glitter is kind of rough, but it's a pretty little set. And I enjoyed myself crocheting it up because it was a... Madam! Let me open the camera and see what they're actually barking at. Nope, nope, get out of my room. Get out, out, out. Probably a cat. Or worse than that, a squirrel. I can't see anything. I can't see anything in my camera. Which means they're being crazy. Of course, Juju's texting me, yes. What? Why? Are you lonely? Listen, stay on that side and close the door and just... Okay. Actually, let's show this. Because this is another thing I made. Nope, sit down. Thank you. Alright, so this is another thing that we made. I made this actually just a little bit ago.
Hey, YouTube,
it's kind of tight. I know you want to be in all the videos, baby.
Yeah.
Alright, so I made this little game. It's a gamer's bag. It's a really simple pattern.
Wait, be right back. I need to grab something else.
I made it for little man because for Christmas he wanted this really strange toy.
It's by Pop Socket. It's like a trick shot toy.
It's a fidget toy, okay? It is a band with magnets and magnets. Okay, these are all magnets. Mommy has become obsessed and Mommy actually wants more. Oh, that's another thing we made. Because it's magnets, like you can do...
But though, guess what?
Well, you can do trick shots. I keep losing the little magnets.
But I got a rare one.
So what I like to do is just keep...
I got a rare puck.
I don't know where that one went.
I got a rare one also.
I lost one again.
This is like oil something.
It's called oil slick. Here, I lost one. Anyway, because I keep losing them, because I keep playing with them, like I just lost another one. It went this way. It might be in my box. We'll look in a bit. It's somewhere in this mess. I got him some extra pucks today because I lost his other ones. Anyway.
But then I found them.
He needed someplace to keep these because these little magnets like to stick to the underside of my sofa.
Couch.
Can you please stop interrupting me? So I made him this little gamer bag with a little drawstring so he can keep his pucks together. And then he also requested for Christmas, he wanted a play button for YouTube because his mom's on YouTube and he likes YouTube. Our main source of entertainment in this house is YouTube. We watch YouTube almost exclusively. Murder documentaries. He watches engineering videos and gamer videos, and he watches one of his favorite people to watch is, what's his name?
My mate Vince.
My mate Vince. He is over in the UK somewhere. He does a lot of technology videos where he talks about how to connect up like your iHome to like,
Your Google Home.
all kinds of stuff.
Your Google Home.
Google Home, like all the electronic things for your house. He does all that. So I made him a little YouTube play button without a pattern.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I always...
Alright, this is Mommy's time now, okay?
I never lose this during my sleeping.
Alright, so that was the Panettone yarn, and then this one, this is just kind of a version. I really need to take this, what is this, stitch marker out. This is made with a mix of yarns that he got me. So he got me the Pearly Haze, which is very shimmery, kind of like pearlescent. And then he got me some of the Metallico. And he got me them in these 4 colors. And he got me 2 balls of each one of these colors. So the Metallico, I actually really like the Metallico, but it's really fuzzy. It's 75%, or no, 70% Metallico, no. 70% polyamide, 21% acrylic, 9% merino wool. And these 2 colors are... it doesn't look like they have a name. So this dark wine color is color 15, and this is actually really pretty. This is color 18. It's like a coral core with like a rose blown onto it. And then the Pearly Haze are 73% viscose, 27% wool, 4%. These are number 4s. I think the Metallico is a number 3. No, that's a number 4. These are a little bit thicker than the Metallico. And these are like, it's really a cool effect. It's like a tube. It's almost...
Hey, Mama. Is there anywhere where I can plug this in?
Not in here. It's almost chain spun, but it's more like a flat ribbon chain spun. I don't know. It's just really pretty. I really like this yarn. It's got a nice plumpness to it. I just don't like that it's in a donut. Like, the donut is hard to play with, you know, to store and all that. So I just did, this is one of my shawls here on the channel. I cannot remember the name of the tutorial for this, but I will link it if I can find it. This is a fairly recent tutorial. I did change slightly here. I did it a little different than I did in the tutorial, but I just mixed the colors randomly. And this is a wrap. It could also be used as a scarf, but I really like the Pearly Haze, like a lot. I like, it's plump, it's squishy, it's got like a nice sheen to it, it's kind of silky. The Metallico is beautiful. I don't think I would buy more, even though I really enjoy the color, because these 2 are Metallico. I just don't think I would buy it again. It's a little bit, it sticks to my fingers a lot, and I can feel that I'm on the edge of having a full-on eczema flare in my hands. And so it wasn't as enjoyable because it really sticks to my fingers. And of course now it's not going to stick to my finger, but like, well, there it is. I know you guys can't really see that, but it gets sticking. And so when I would go to pull away from the yarn when I was done using it, it would just stick to my hand, and I'd have to, and it was a whole thing, but it's beautiful. I really like the way these colors look together. So I think Mr. Cinnamon did good working them up, or not working, picking them to go together, but it was one of those things where it was like, all right, let's hurry up and use those because they're not my favorite. And then, what else did I make? There's something else I was supposed to show you and I can't remember now. I mean, that's a lot though. Like that's quite a few. That's what, 2 hats, 2 wraps, a headband, and a cowl. I mean, that's pretty good for weeks. And I've used up a whole bunch of yarn. I only used half of that, but when you knit a hat, that is expected. Can you tuck that into my garbage bin? And I need to empty that clearly.
Yeah.
So that's what Cinnamon Stitches has been up to this week. I'm trying to, I feel like I made something else. I know that I have. I just have no idea where it's at. Because of Christmas, because of the holidays and all the good stuff, you know. But anyway, I'm going to put my headband back in my hair because the static is high today. And I don't care what I look like with a big old bow on top of my head. This came as part of my pajamas for Christmas and I guess doing the job. So, what have you guys been working on? I would really like to know in the comments if you just tell me like what you guys been working on. You making anything fun? And now since it's the beginning of the new year, it's time to like totally focus on ourselves and crochet something fun for yourself that you enjoy doing. I don't care how random it is. Or knit, like whatever. Weave, I don't care. With that, I am going to let you go. And thank you so much for sitting here and watching all of my fun stuff I've been working with. I've really been focusing on working with different types of yarns. Like I'm like, I don't want to just go all acrylic because I go hardcore with the acrylic, right? But then again, I don't want to go all wool, and I don't know. I've just been trying to change it up as much as possible so I don't get bored, because when I get bored, then I want to quit, and then I want to put my crochet hooks and my needles down and not pick them up again, and then I get miserable because I'm bored, and then I get miserable because my hands like start to hurt because I'm not crocheting. I planned on sewing. I have Christmas fabric. I was going to make Christmas bags, and now I'm like, it's past Christmas and I still have the fabric. Although I can absolutely make Christmas bags for myself for next year, and I probably should do that. I also have Valentine's fabric to make myself some Valentine's bags. And I have enough fabric that I could put them in the shop if I so choose. I don't know. There's so much going on in my head. There's so much that I want to do, and there's just not ever enough time in the day to do all the things that my brain wants to do. And I think that's part of having ADHD. I mean, I have not, and I say this as a disclaimer, I've not officially been diagnosed with ADHD. I have no doubt in my mind after my son has been diagnosed that I am exactly like him in a lot of ways. And the more I learn about ADHD, the more I'm like, yep, I fit a lot of the markers, like most of the markers. And my brain just tends to swirl off, and I have to like catch up with it. Because there's so much, like my brain is constantly, there's some nights I can't sleep because it's like an artistic tornado in my head. It's like ideas are just twirling in there, and if I don't write them down, they disappear, and if I don't like start them, I lose the will to do them. It's like this whole thing. It's this whole thing. So with that, we're gonna let you go, and I got a couple more videos to record today, but those will be prior to this video, so they'll be last week probably. And
can I say bye?
I will see you guys in the next one.
Can I say bye?
Yeah, you can say bye.
Can I do the ending?
You can come show your cool Rexy shirt you got for Christmas. Don't do that with the camera. Just stand.
This merch is made by How Ridiculous, and it's in their newer videos forward from when they sent Rexy to space. So you can get merch there.
Come into the camera, baby.
Right, you can get merch from them, like the Rexy merch, like the Rexy stuff, like on
How Ridiculous is a channel here on the internet, and I recommend you watch them because they're in Australia.
Yeah, but if you want to get,
they are hilarious. They're entertaining. They do things like experiments and like contests with each other, and they make giant fans and throw stuff in the fans and see if they hit and explode, and it's very scientific, which I kind of like the idea of what is the hypothesis, what will happen, and they don't make it scientific, they just are playing with stuff. But to me, I'm like, what is the hypothesis? What is going to happen when aerosol cans hit a giant propeller blade?
Can I do the ending?
These shirts are actually designed in the videos because they have a giant drop tower and they drop paint from the drop tower.
45 meters tall.
And it hits the merchandise. Same thing with his hat, but you can't see it because he won't squat down.
This is, I think, is that the C? Yeah.
One of them was from the drop tower and one of them was from an explosion.
This is from the tower, and then my shirt is from the C4 explosion, like in the back, maybe.
Yeah. I'm a trucker. Do I look like Papa?
Yeah. Can I do the ending? The outro?
Yeah.
Alright.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Thanks for watching, Yarn Fam.